Hello. So if you watched our recent video where we did some coasters using the bloom recipe, this is where this beautiful mess came from. So I mentioned in that video that I have some paint that's gotten a little thick and that I was going to do a pseudo swipe. So I'm going to do that really quick on this 10 by 10 level 1 canvas. Hopefully that's not zoomed in too much. But I want to show you how I prepare a canvas. So pardon the mess, because I'm not going to clean it all up in between paints this time. But sometimes these canvases, they're pre-gessoed, but they are not always like tight enough. So I spray a little bit of water in a spray bottle on the back of the canvas. See how it still doesn't sound like a little drum? It should sort of sound like a drum. So I usually gently spray the corners. Sounding better. Needs a little bit more. So what that does is it causes that fabric to tighten up a little bit and just lessens the likelihood that your canvas is going to like bow from the paint. When it's ready, it should sound like a drum. We're getting there. Just a little reverberation. Sounds pretty good to me, but again, you don't need a lot. Sometimes the corners are kind of wrinkly looking, and so I'll spray them separately just to tighten them up a little bit. That's about what we want. As that water continues to dry, it should work. Now, I am not great about keeping a perfectly clean backing, but I try. So I tape up the corners with painter's tape. That green frog tape will work too. I use both. I don't go all the way to the edge because when I take the tape off, I don't want it to get too close and mess up like the paint edge. Some people do. They go like right to the very edge and gives them these beautiful clean lines. But I personally wouldn't buy a painting just because of how it looks on the back, so I don't really worry too much about it. When I first started painting, I didn't tape up the backs at all because it just takes up extra time. And paint mixing and all that takes up enough time, so, you know, just kind of see, up to you how you want to do. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And then I put these kind of extra large push pins instead of something else to prop them up, because then it gets it off your surface and it also gives you something to hold on to when you start to tilt. I was really tempted to save those paint skins because they're really pretty colors. But if we're honest, I don't have time for all that. So I don't have time to save them and keep them in a place where they're safe to dry. And so I probably will not. But I haven't thrown this away yet because I figured I'll just prop this up and we'll paint right over it. So these push pins, they get a little junky too, so sometimes they can make your canvas not level. So just be careful with that. Most really awesome people use a level and make sure their canvas is level so the weight of their paint doesn't slide off the side. I don't always do that. I see value in it for sure, but I don't always do it. So I'm not saying that everything I'm sharing with you is the best way. I'm just telling you what I do. And I'm also not great at not getting paint on the back of this in spite of all of my efforts. But, you hear that? That's what you want. So that is how you prep a canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and start the video for the painting next. But I am going to separate this one so that we have a video for those who are starting out, because that was really useful to me. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the second half of the video.